this is your professor, Ann Babson. Welcome once again to a class you are taking with me where I have required you to create documents that you will send to me in Microsoft Word and that will be in MLA format. I know that so many students don't necessarily use Microsoft Word, so I wanted to take you through the very basic steps that you will want to do to create a document in MLA format. I suggest you take a look at the little brown handbook section on this as well for review. But using Microsoft Word itself intimidates some students who have not worked with it before. So this is mostly getting you set up for success, specifically in Microsoft Word. So I'm going to take, I'm in Word right now, I've just opened it and it gives me all of these templates. I don't care about the templates, I want a blank document. So I'm going to double click on that and here I am. Now a couple of things I want you to notice. The defaults for this are not going to be the defaults that you're going to need to produce papers as you get ready for the Proficiency Portfolio. Notice first that up here in the left-hand corner, you have fonts. And the font that you're going to want is going to be Times New Roman. So I'm going to scroll down to Times New Roman. And I also need it to be 12-point font. Here we go. Here's Times New Roman. And I need it to be in 12-point font. The other thing that I'm going to need it to be is double space. So I click on this little box that you see where it says paragraph. This is going to allow me to format it. Now the default here in indents and spacing tab are completely wrong for you. So don't assume that you are going to want to have this particular spacing. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm looking down here, you see where the mouse is, spacing. Before 0 point, that's exactly right. I am going to want to have 0 point after, but then instead of multiple 1.08, I don't know why Microsoft Word set this up. I think there is a sadist who works in their Word application formatting. You want to have it be double spaced, and you can see that that 1.08 disappears. I have had students turn in papers where they have simply hit the carriage return multiple times. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to hit OK because now everything is fine. The alignment is left. I don't have indentation spacing of any particular kind. And I have 0 before, 0 after in spacing, and it's double spaced. I click OK. And there's one more thing that I need to set up, and that is going to require me to click on this tab called Insert. And it gives me a lot of things I can insert, and that's useful for a variety of projects. I am going to click on where it says a page number, and I am going to choose to do it at the top of the page. And I am going to choose plain number 3 because that puts the page number in the right side of the page. But then I'm not quite done. I need to put my last name. So if I am a student in this class, my last name is Babson. I'm going to type this, but oh my goodness, look at this. I see that it is not in 12-point font. So I'm going to grab that with my mouse, as you just saw me do. I'm going to go to the Home tab, which I just did, and I'm going to change the font. And since I recently used Times New Roman, it remembers, and I need it to be in 12-point font. And then I'm going to go back. If I just double click on the page, normally it will close the header and footer. And then I am ready to begin the process of putting together a header. The header would generally include my name at the top, and then the name of the kind of assignment I'm going to call this the literary analysis essay. And then this would be, I'll call it English 102, and then I would put for the section, let's say section 12, but whatever your particular class is, and some of you are taking my 122H class, and you put the section in this fashion. And then you would put the date. Now, I'm going to show you the easy way, so you don't have to say to yourself, what day is it, what day is it? I'm going to go back to the Insert tab. I am going to go to where it says Insert Date and Time. And I just need the date in letters and numbers, so I don't need the day of the week. I'm going to say July 30th, 2019. I'm going to hit the carriage return twice, and I have exactly one line in this paper. I'm going back to the home screen that needs to be centered, and that is my title. And so if you look at where my cursor is, I'm at a place where it's talking again about paragraph formatting. I need one line only centered. So I am going to click on the center thing that I just clicked on that you saw. Those little lines tell you what direction is the orientation of the text. And I am going to call this essay Kaveh Akbar's Struggles with Addiction, because that's going to be perhaps the topic of my paper. And then I'm going to hit the carriage return 2 more times again, and I'm going to go back to the paragraph section here at home, and I'm going to click on the lines that are to the furthest to the left because I now need it to be centered. I'm going to hit the tab key once and begin my typing of my brilliant paper for this class. This would be the formatting expectations of this class. As you see, I have written this in just gobbledygook. Your paper, of course, will be in perfect, flawless English, but this is generally what is expected for the formatting of this paper. So you'll let me know if you have additional questions, but I hope this is helpful for those of you who feel that producing a paper for this class produces challenges. One more thing I suppose I will say, when I save it, I'm going to click on the File tab, hit Save As, because this is my first time that I'm saving it, and I'm, golly, I'll click it on this PC, and it gives me something I could name it, but I would name it probably Kaveh Akbar paper, something like that, and then I have some choices. I should probably just make it a Word document. I could also make it a Word 97 2003 document, or the other option is a rich text format paper. Do not choose any other format for this paper. Again, I would normally save this, but since this is not a real paper, as you saw, I was just typing gibberish. I'm not going to save and I'm going to return, but you would save it. Again, I want to say, let me know if you have additional questions. I think that you will understand just what to do based on this for the basics of formatting your paper. Thank you very much.